Hey guys, this is Brendan with Gone Mobile Vans. We're here at our shop in Costa Mesa, California. It's a nice winter day here. I've got behind me a 2024 high roof all-wheel drive Transit that we turned into a killer little adventure van. Can't wait to show it to you. So this is the 2024 high roof all-wheel drive Transit. This has got the EcoBoost engine, which has got 300 plus horsepower, 410 plus pound-feet of torque. Really a beast of a motor. This thing will, with a full build out, no problem going up grades. You can still tow with it. It's a really great platform to work with. All right guys, so what's a little bit different about this Transit is we got the Q-Lift on this van. So the Q-Lift is from Quigley. Quigley's been in the market for 4x4 conversions for Ford vans, Chevy vans for years. So this lift gives you a 2-inch lift, so it allows you to get some bigger wheels and tires on there. This is a little bit different than we normally do with the Van Compass, but it achieves pretty much the same thing. This client got the Q-Lift installed from the dealership before we took possession of it, which is an awesome option to take advantage of. So we were able to get some 245, 75, 16 Falcons on the stock steel wheels. The steel wheels actually look okay with this color Transit, in my opinion, so it's a nice little setup. Your ground clearance from the Q-Lift really comes from the larger tires, so it's more of a, quote, body lift to get the body up higher to allow for some larger tires. However, with the Q-Lift, you can still add adjustable shocks in the rear, and you have the option to go with some Bilstein front struts if you wanted to take that route as well. Overall, really nice little setup. So one of the great things about the Q-Lift is that it actually keeps all of the front end geometry in the same position as stock. So your front CV shafts, all that stuff are in the same position that they are normally. So it really provides a really stock feeling ride, which is nice and comfortable. And it still gives you that ability to get some larger tires on there and a little bit more ground clearance with those tires. So we went with a 245 75 16 tire on here. You could actually go with a 265 75 16 if you wanted. It would require a little bit of trimming of the pinch weld that we do normally with those larger tires, but overall a nice little setup, puts the van in really nice proportions, gives them some extra traction, and it's a good looking van. So one of the cool things with the Q-Lift is that if you're actually interested, you can stack the Van Compass lift on top of the Q-Lift to achieve what we did with our demo van and be able to fit some 33s on there. So the similarities between our trail and the Q-Lift is that the lift kit, the body lift, is essentially the same. They took two different approaches, but it's essentially the same package. So you can stack the Van Compass Topo 2.0 kit on top of it and get a 4.5-inch lift overall out of it. Really a neat setup and solution. So if you're thinking of really turning it into a monster van, go with the Q-Lift first, and then we can add the Van Compass on top of it and get you a monster looking van. So on the top of this van, we have the Flatline Van Company Low Pro rack. This is a great rack for housing your solar panels, mounting the Fiamma F45S awning. It's got a great front fairing on there to help cut down with the wind and improve your gas mileage a little bit. We have a MaxxFan 7500 and an X2 48 volt air conditioning unit from Nomadic Cooling up there. Moving on down, we've got a rigid scene light right above the sliding door that provides ample lighting underneath the awning while it's deployed. We've got a solid glass window that came stock from the factory on the sliding door. This is a fantastic option, but as I mentioned before, we're happy to replace that with an opening window if you'd prefer. A little bit farther back, we've got the color matched flares from Flare Space. This allows us to sleep sideways inside the van with our layout. It's got half slider windows with bug screens built in, so you can keep those things open and keep the mosquitoes out. So in the back of the van, we've got 2-inch scene lights from KC up on the top of the roof rack. This illuminates the back of the van at night. We also have 2 more scene lights on the driver's side of the van. So those in combination with the sliding door light, you've got illumination all the way around the van at night. On the driver's side of the rear van, we've got the Flatline Van Company tire carrier. This allows us to keep a full-size spare on the back of the van, easily accessible if and when you need it. We take that spare out because with the larger tires, they won't fit in the 148 regular length Transit. So we take advantage of that and put our hot water heater under in that location. But this is a clean little setup for having your spare tire, a full-size spare tire with you. On the driver's side of the van, we've got the Flare Space flare that's color matched. Bug screen in the half slider window. We've got the flatlined side ladder that mates up perfectly with the Low Pro rack. This is our favorite way of getting up onto the roof rack, is a side ladder. However, rear door ladders are a fantastic option if you'd like to go that route as well. We have an Amato half slider window in the factory cutout. Looks perfect in this van. Plenty of ventilation to get paired up with a MaxxFan to keep the van cool in the summer. We also have the Illuminous touring side steps on this Transit. This allows for easy access to get in and out of the van, especially with the lift kit on it. It really helps to get in and out of the van easier. We love the aluminum side steps. They're a good looking step. They're lightweight, they're easy to install, and we feel like they give you plenty of tread plate to get in and out without feeling like you're gonna roll an ankle. All right guys, that's it for the exterior of the van. Let me show you the inside. Right up front, we've got the Sync 4 HD screen. It's a 12-inch diagonal screen, gives you all your controls, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, 360 camera when you're in reverse. It's a really nice screen and set up easy access to all your controls. We've got the upfitter switches as well as a trailer brake controller. If and when you want to tow a trailer that has electric brakes, you've got that all set up, ready to go. This van's got the adaptive cruise control, the side sensing alerts, the cross traffic alerts. It's a really clean setup and ready to go for turning this into a great adventure van. In the front of the cabin, this van came with a 10-way power heated seats from Ford. So when you get these seats from Ford, they do not come with swivel bases on them. So we add these aftermarket. This is a great setup to still maintain the heated seats, power seats, and still be able to swivel them. Really makes for a nice living space inside this van. Easy to swivel, takes a couple minutes with the power seats, but once you get it set up though, it's really nice little setup, fun little hangout area. So this van has got our standard interior package, which consists of sound deadening, insulation, an insulated subfloor, our Baltic birch wall panels, nice marathon fabric, and our custom ceiling treatment. All of our vans get this set up, but it provides a great base platform for the rest of the cabinetry that's going to go in after that. So our insulating package, as well as our heater in this van, you can really camp in cold temperatures. One of our clients has camped down in 7 degrees and actually had to turn the heater down a bit to keep it from getting too hot inside overnight. For our doorway galley, we've got a 36-inch galley. Right on the outside, we've got our drop-down table. This is a perfect setup for exterior outside cooking, coffee, little workplace. We've got a 110 outlet here for an induction cooktop or charging your laptop. Really a neat little table outside. On the front of the galley, we've got our DR85 drawer style fridge. Really easy to open up. Plenty of space in here. You can fit a ton of food. It's got a nice little additional drawer here for some of their smaller packages and a full freezer section. Plenty of space for ice cream, for ice cubes. Controls are all easily accessible from inside here to be able to turn it on or off or adjust the temperature setting. Love this fridge. Right above the fridge, we've got our one drawer in the galley, full length. This is perfect for utensils, for cooking supplies, for junk drawer, charging cables. And we've got our two switches here, one for the gray tank, so you can flip the switch and electrically dump the gray tank. And we've got our water pump switch here. This will provide water for the sink and for the rear shower in this van. So in the driver's side of the van, this is our 60-inch overall bench seat. We got plenty of storage in our 42-inch box here, as well as the wrap-on toilet integrated in here. We've got a lagoon table mounted on with a bamboo top on the top of it. This will open up, tri-fold open. You've got some additional space for eating here, working remotely on your laptop. You can actually reach it from the two front seats as well, so playing a card game. Really a cool tabletop. We've got a couple different options for this. We like to kind of keep it tucked in the back here and tighten up against the wall while we're driving. It keeps this table from moving around, but it's also easily movable when you need to get to the toilet. This is our wrap-on tracker toilet integrated into the Lost Highway toilet box. Electric toilet system here. Wraps the waste up in a bag, heat seals it closed, cuts it off so you just have a small bag to dispose of after each use. Probably the best van life toilet out there ever. Easy access to the power button, the flush button here. We've got some desiccant powder and the power cord to turn the toilet on and off if you want to do it that way as well. So for some overhead storage solutions in this van, right up front we've got our Molly panel. This takes advantage of a really awkward shape left over by the slant of the Transit. There are some great options up here, fire extinguisher, first aid kit. There are even some 3D printed hooks that you can get off of Amazon that fit perfectly in the Molly panel for hanging jackets or other bags. A little bit farther down, we've got our 28-inch cabinet from Lost Highway right here, aluminum cabinetry, bamboo doors, and we paired that up with a 52-inch cabinet going farther back. So you've got plenty of overhead storage on the driver's side of the van. Clothing, cooking, whatever you need up in this area. And we have one more additional cabinet above the galley over here on this side We have a built-in outlet up here for charging, and or these clients might want to swap this cabinet out in the future for a microwave, so we've got power ready to go for it. Right above the sliding door, this is our power kit console. This is the main screen for the power kit. You can see we've got a 5 kilowatt battery in this van. We've got ready to take a 10 kilowatt if you're ready to add some additional capacity to the van. We've got your inputs, your outputs, and you can control all of your circuits, so ceiling lights or porch lights, rear rack lights, all that good stuff, all easily accessible from here, as well as a really great companion mobile app as well. But this is our control system. Next to that is our S-Bar controller. This powers a 2 kilowatt S-Bar heater that's underneath the front passenger seat. Easy to set the temperature that you'd like and the duration that you'd like it to run. Really easy. Works great, pulls fuel from the fuel tank, and it'll keep this van nice and toasty. In addition to the S-Bar heater, we have some additional climate control in this van. We've got a Max Fan 7500 up in the front of the van. This works great to pull air through the half slider window or through your bunk windows. Really easy setup, opens and closes automatically with the remote, or you can control it from here. A little bit farther back, we've got a pneumatic cooling. This is the X2 AC unit in the back. This is a 48 volt unit that pairs up perfectly with our EcoFlow power kit. You can control it from the panel right there or the remote. And last but not least, we've got our Scirocco fan on the back of the cabinet there. That is fantastic for just air movement and or a little bit of white noise at night. We love this little dude. It's an amazing fan. For the bed system in this van, we've got our Lost Highway tall fender boxes. This allows us to have an 80-inch long bed this direction and 60 inches this direction. So it's a queen size bed. Queen size fitted sheets work really well on the major trifold part of the mattress, and we love this kind of setup. When you're ready to get it out of the way, mattress just folds up this direction. You can stack on this side. You can also stack it on this side if you like, no problem. But this allows you to take your our Murphy bed panels now and strap them up and right out of the way. Gives you full access to underneath the van if you want to bring your bikes or full sheets of plywood, or we picked up a Christmas tree and did this exact same thing a few weeks ago. Oops. So now you've got all the panels up and out of the way. We've got L-track on both sides of these boxes here. These folks are going to want to be able to bring some bikes in every now and then. They'll use some L-track to keep them secure, but it provides plenty of access, easy to get in and out of the van here. It feels like you got a regular cargo van. Really clean setup. On the driver's side, tall fender box, we got plenty of storage. The bottom half of this is the power system. The upper half is all open for storage. Plenty of room for bedding, for recovery gear, for whatever you want in this space. You got the exact same space underneath the top of the passenger side. So you got a ton of space inside this van for all sorts of storage. On the driver's side of the van, this is our power system located in the lower part of this box. We've got a 5 kilowatt system right here. We have our base plate that's ready to go for an additional 5 kilowatt battery if they want to up this to a 10 kilowatt system. We've got our DC and AC distribution panel right there, and the power hub that handles all the charging, inputs, outputs, solar, shore power, alternator charging, as well as a 3600 watt inverter. Really a great little setup. They should be pretty well set with a 5 kilowatt system, but if they want to, easy to upgrade in about a half an hour to a 10 kilowatt system. On the passenger side of the van, the lower part, we've got our water system. This has got our 24-gallon wheel well water tank from Northwest Conversions. We've got our full water plate here with a C-Flow pump. This is a really high quality pump. Easy access to valves if you want to drain the tank, shut off the tank if you ever need some service. But really nice little setup, easy to get to, and it's quiet when the water pump is running. In the rear of the van, this is our water access panel here. We've got the fill location here. You just take a regular garden hose, you can fill this up. This will fill up the 24-gallon wheel well water tank. We also have a rear wash down sprayer. We do have a mixer valve, hot and cold water, so you can actually have a nice shower outside the van if you like. Hot and cold water. I always recommend releasing the pressure of the hose before you stick it back away inside the van. part of our window insulation package, we've got these Van Essential insulated window covers. We have them for all the way around the van. I'll just demonstrate the rear ones here. They stay in place with magnets. They just accordion down into place, ready to go, nicely blacked out and insulated. Right below that, we've got these Van Essential rear door storage panels. These replace the plastic panels that are on the van, but you got plenty of pockets here. We've got a flexible hose to be able to fill up their water tank, plenty of other storage, hooks, things like that, ready to go. And on the driver's side of the van, we have another storage panel. This is also from Van Essentials, little spot right here for a cubby. This is almost like a little drop-down table. And we have a Van Essentials shower curtain back here that magnets to the doors here to give yourself some privacy outside if you want to shower. But it's also a perfect little spot for toiletries, whatever you like. We find these panels are super flexible, and we find that these are a great addition to any van. All right, guys, that's it of this tour of this 2024 high roof all-wheel drive transit van. We turned it into a killer little adventure van. We're really stoked with it. We're gonna be delivering it to the clients in about 45 minutes here this morning, so I can't wait to see their expression when they see it. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. If you'd like a van like this, please reach out. We've got resources for vans, and we've got build slots starting in early next year. Hope to see you on the next video.